Well, now we know that was likely a lie. For more on the breaking developments, we go to Matt Finn in our West Coast newsroom. Matt.
Laura, the National Institutes of Health now admits that U.S. tax dollars were used to fund a limited experiment at the Wuhan lab to test if spike proteins from bat coronaviruses in China were capable of binding to humans. In a letter to Representative James Comer, a director from the NIH states that lab mice that were infected with a modified bat virus became sicker than mice that were given an unmodified bat virus. However, the NIH claims that these particular bat viruses tested in the Wuhan lab could not have become the COVID virus. And the NIH director also claims that the NIH granted funds to a New York City-based nonprofit called EcoHealth, which then sub-granted money to the Wuhan lab without being transparent about the testing taking place. Now, all this information comes after Dr. Fauci repeatedly denied that U.S. dollars were funding gain-of-function research at the Wuhan lab. Senator Rand Paul led the charge on the idea that the coronavirus came from the Wuhan lab and has since tweeted, "I told you so doesn't even begin to cover it here." Senator Paul had this to say tonight on Fox News Primetime.
They still to this day are trying to get around the truth. They say, well, it was unexpected that it gained function. Well, how do you know if it's unexpected or not? It's unknown. So when it gains function, that is something that actually is expected.
Senator Paul questioned Dr. Fauci about U.S. dollars paying for the gain-of-function research at the Wuhan lab in May and then again in July.
Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement.
Top scientists, including Dr. Fauci and his boss, NIH Director Francis Collins, say they cannot rule out the theory that the pandemic was the result of a laboratory accident without more cooperation from the Chinese government. Laura.
Matt, thank you. And joining me now is the congressman who forced the NIH to fess up, ranking member of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer. Congressman, I'm not shocked because I knew this all along because smart people knew what was going on in that Wuhan lab. But how is this not the biggest story, or one of the top three stories, at least in America tonight?
It should be. I mean, this proves all along that this virus was started in the Wuhan lab. And this proves all along that American tax dollars were used to fund gain-of-function research in the Wuhan lab. The NIH knew this all along. Dr. Fauci misled the committee at best and lied to the committee at worst by saying that tax dollars were never used for gain-of-function knowledge, for gain-of-function research. And what they're trying to do now, Lars, they're trying to change the definition of gain-of-function research. But in layman's terms, they were taking this virus and they were making it worse. They were genetically modifying it. They were genetically altering it. They were taking a deadly virus and making it worse. And that violates the terms of the tax dollars for the grant that EcoHealth Alliance got. So this is bad. This is more wrongdoing from the Biden administration, and we're going to keep on this. It is very disappointing that the intelligence community spent 90 days looking into the origination of COVID-19, and they said, oh, we can't find anything.
What are we getting for our intel dollars except American citizens being targeted themselves? And we have to start asking this question.
We do, and we continue to ask the question. Jim Jordan has been the champion on questioning the intelligence community about their effectiveness and efficiency.
Hypersonic missile, Congress.